guys, so today I was trying to pick out my teacher chair, which chair I wanted to have at my desk, and I realized that I have a problem. The first chair I picked was this little wobble stool, and I realized that it just won't work for me. It is way too small. I'm all the way down on the ground. So then I thought I would like a rolling chair, but my rolling chair is too tall. You can't see it, but my feet don't even touch the ground. So this is definitely not gonna work. So then I tried a third chair. I got these really cool cushion seats to try out. And I realized that this third chair was just the right fit for me. Kind of like the story of Goldilocks, where she has to try all the different beds and porrages and chairs until she finds the right fit. Well, today we're going to talk about how readers choose books that are the best fit for them, just like Goldilocks chose the best fit for her. So I made this chart here to show you guys all of the steps that good readers take to choose a book for themselves or to self-select a book. That means that the teacher or another adult isn't picking the book for you. You're picking it out all on your own and finding a book that is the right fit for you. So the first thing that you want to do when selecting your own book is to think about what you like to read. If you like to read about robots or insects or things in nature or fairy tales, there are so many different books. You can definitely find a book that fits the topic you're looking for. You also want to think about the purpose for reading. Are you trying to find a book to teach you something new, like how to cook? Or are you trying to find a book to entertain you? All of those things you have to think about before you choose a book. So once you have picked out a book that you think is interesting and fits your purpose, then you want to look at the cover, that means the front of the book and the back of the book, and the pictures inside. And you want to do this so that you can make sure the book that you've selected is really about the topic you're looking for. If you're looking for a book about robots and you pick out a book from our library or your library at home, or even a book online, and the cover pictures and the pictures inside don't seem to be about robots, then you might need to go back and try again to find a book that really fits what you're looking for. Once you have a book that you want to read and that is about the topic that you are looking for, then you should try reading 1 or 2 pages. After you read a page or two, you should be able to tell if the book is too easy or a little bit too hard. It would be a little bit too hard if you read and you're having trouble reading a bunch of the words. So if you're reading along and you're having to stop at every other word to ask someone for help or to look up a word, then that book might be a little bit too challenging for you, and you might want to put it back and we can try it again later. And you don't want to pick a book that is too easy, that you just fly right through. You want to pick something that is the perfect fit. Something where you can read most of the words, but there's a word here and there you might have to sound out or look up or ask somebody for help. So you want a book that is just the perfect fit. And remember, if you find one that's not the right fit, it's too challenging or too easy, put it back. We can come back to that book later and pick a different book and try again. Once you've found a book that is your perfect fit, then you need to find a good spot to enjoy that book. A good spot is somewhere quiet, where you won't be distracted and where you're comfortable. It can be somewhere at home, somewhere in the classroom, in the car, wherever it is that you are at the time that you can be comfortable and not distracted. And remember that the right fit for you might not be the right fit for somebody else. You're looking for a book that is the right fit for you. So as long as it's the right fit for you, that's great. You don't have to read a book just because your friend is reading it. That book might be too easy or too challenging for you. We want a right fit book, just like Goldilocks had to try out many different beds and chairs and bowls of porridge before she found the right one. So today for reading, I decided that I wanted to select a book that would teach me about animals. So I went to the class library and I picked out 3 books that looked like they were about animals. And I need to find the one that will teach me about animals or insects, but is the right fit for me. It's not too easy, it's not too challenging, and it's about the topic I'm looking for.
So I already thought about what I liked, which was animals, and my purpose for reading, which was I wanted to learn about animals. So I'm going to look at the covers of my books. So my first book says Two Animals, and it has the author's name, Bruce Larkin, and it doesn't really tell me what it's about, but it has a non-fiction picture, or it has a real photograph on the front of these rhinoceros, so I'm going to keep it for now because I'm not sure yet if it's a good fit. So the other book I chose was The Call of the Wild, and it has a picture of a dog on the front, so I thought maybe it would teach me about animals in the wild. But when I look at the back, it says, stolen from his home and family, a dog named Buck must quickly learn the harsh law of survival among the men and dogs of the gold-crazed north. Well, this sounds like it's about a story about a dog, and it's not actually teaching me about animals. So it does not, now that I've looked at the cover of the book, seem like a good fit for me. It doesn't fit my purpose. So I'm going to put it aside, and maybe I can come back to it and read another day. Now the other book I selected is called On Beyond Bugs, all about insects. And when I looked at the cover, I thought it would be good because it says it's all about insects, so maybe it would be teaching me. And it's a Cat in the Hat learning book, and so I don't think it's going to be a make-believe story. It does say all about insects, but I'm still not sure. I'm going to go on to my next step, which is to try reading 1 or 2 pages. I'm going to start with my Two Animals book, and I'm going to open it up. I'm going to flip. I see the first couple pages just says 2 cows, 2 monkeys, 2 deer. I'm going to stop right there because this book seems a little bit too easy for me. I can read all the words really, really fast. I would just fly through this. And it doesn't seem to be teaching me much about animals. So I'm going to put that up. And I'm going to try my third book, which was On Beyond Bugs. And I'm going to flip to the first couple of pages. And I'm reading in my head. And this book seems like a good fit. I can read almost all of the words in here. I might need to look up this word, a praying mantis. I'm not exactly sure I see the picture, but I'm not sure what kind of bug that is. I've never heard the word mantis before. So there's a word or two I might need to look up, but for the most part, this seems like a good fit book. I have the topic that I want, which is teaching me about an animal or insects. The cover goes with the topic. I can read it. And now all I have to do is find the perfect spot to read. Now I want you to use this chart to find a right fit book for you, either in the classroom library or at home or online on Reading A to Z or Get Epic.